Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Sardinia. We're at one of the archaeological sites for the tombs of the giants. This particular one was constructed in 1800 BC. Sardinia, sitting in the middle of the Mediterranean, is surrounded by ancient civilizations. Some speculate that the island is actually Plato's Atlantis. In one of the oldest literary works known to man, the Odyssey by Homer, the hero Odysseus arrives on an island with his crew, which they encounter a race of cannibalistic giants. Escaping back to their boats, the giants throw huge stones, sinking all of Odysseus' boats except his own, killing half of his crew. Within the mythology of the Odyssey, it's also considered a real history of the Bronze Age depicted in the poem. So the small hole in the front was to give offerings. The general consensus among experts is that the Odyssey's stories took place in the Western Mediterranean, putting it right in Sicily and Sardinia. So the question remains, were the giants mythology or history? Rad. Alongside some of the most stunning beaches in the world, Sardinia has some of the most important archaeological sites comparable to that of Peru and Egypt. Scattered throughout the island, you'll find a visitor center at each site where you could purchase your tickets to get into all of them. God, it's so windy today. Everywhere. You can see the same design as the first one with the tablet stone in front and the stones forming a curve into the courtyard with the tomb behind. Locals actually believe that they contain power and will sit in front of the entrance for healing. The tombs are linked to folklore as evidence of giant existence, but not only that, there's been eyewitness accounts. There's been over 300 of these tombs found on the island. Little bit of a hike. So many different sites you're gonna have to hike to. They're all spread out, so gotta walk to them all. This site is part of the ancient Nuragic civilization, which inhabited the island from the 14th century BC until the 9th when the Romans took over. This complex is one of the best intact. In the center you can see the Nuragic Tower. Sardinia has over 7,000 Nuragic towers throughout the island. This tower is unique because it has a village attached to it. This well is 26 feet deep and it still works with water at the bottom. It's a testament to the Nuragic civilization and its craftsmanship. During excavation, pitchers and vases were found at the bottom of the well. This site is really special and cool because we can actually go inside and look around. It looks like the stones are cut from limestone and also sandstone. Not quite sure though. But looking how all the stones look pretty much carefully cut and placed, it really, with the different chambers as well, really goes to show how advanced this civilization was. Looks like they cut and placed stones to make a staircase to the top. It's pretty incredible if you think about they had the knowledge to make a structure like this, and it's been standing for now, 3,000 years? Archaeologists noticed this place in the 1950s, but excavations didn't take place until about the year 1999. Around the tower, you'll notice that there's about 90 structures, 90 huts that have been excavated so far, with much more to excavate and to discover. The next site we're gonna go visit is about 40 minutes away or so. These little tiny roads are pretty crazy. So glad my GPS is working. Oh, looks like there's a better road here. Cool. All right, back to a nice road, finally. This site, Lemuri, near Argentina, dates back to the Neolithic period, the same time frame that the pyramids of Egypt were built. The burials here are in a circle pattern formation. Not much left after 6,000 years, right? Crazy. On to the next site. It's about 30 minutes away. But yeah, all the places I'm checking out today are between Olbia and Palau, where I got the ferry from, back from Magdalena. So this is just pretty much the north part of the island, but the whole island is filled with stuff like this. We finally made it to the last archaeological site of the trip. And as you can see, we're at Moru. There's 3 sites here. Here's the first one. As you can notice, the tablet stones and the courtyard stones are missing, so we could walk right into the grave. There's only that one lintel stone ahead of these huge slabs of granite as we enter a giant's tomb. So this is it, inside of one of the giant's tombs right now. Pretty awesome. Hopefully being right here will give me health and longevity and other powers that the locals seem to think that this place gives off. We're here at a pretty unique Nuragic site, so we're gonna go check it out. It's just down the road a little bit. I walked here and across the street from the giant's tomb we were just at, and then across the street from here is a visitor center. And then we're gonna go to our last site, which is hiking up to the top of a mountain to see a really unique archaeological site, kind of saving the best for last. As we see the front of the building, just noticing the massive stones and wondering what it must have been like having them built this 3,500 years ago. I didn't read it anywhere in the literature, but one might assume they had the help of the giants if they were that big and that strong to lift these massive stones. You could just see the cutting and the placement of the stones is incredible. Look at the stonework. The lintel, and get up here, get a good view. Yeah, pretty cool, but not that impressive, right? The last Nuragic site and the giant's tomb before that were walkable from this visitor center, but we're heading up that mountain to see something really cool. In 1901, it was reported that 4 of the newly found tombs contained skeletons that were over 9 feet long. There were many accounts of this, but the evidence has since disappeared. Why? Long way still. There's other accounts of farmers finding massive fingers and other bones. One eyewitness account said a farmer found a mass grave he was shown, but then covered it up because he didn't want archaeologists taking over his land, preventing him from farming anymore. Just keep on moving. Should be at least halfway by now. Probably more, I think. But the rest is it's all uphill. In 1975, a farmer was plowing his field and hit what he thought to be a big stone. Upon further inspection, he noticed it was the head of part of a monolithic statue. Archaeologists were called in to excavate the area, and through the late 1970s, they did so. Considered one of the greatest archaeological finds of the decade, they uncovered 28 stone statues measuring 8 feet long and weighing a ton each, dubbed the Giants of Monte Prama. They were made by the same Nuragic people whose towers and villages we've been visiting from 900 to 750 BC. Oh, this is what I get for eating all that pizza. Oh man. Look out for these stone markers so you don't lose your way on the hike. Researchers believe that the monoliths, the Giants of Monte Prama, were actually carved in the image of an actual race of giants. Okay, I could finally see where we're going. On the top of that mountain, there's a stone structure. That's where we're headed. And here we go, Temple Malchittu. It's the only known or surviving temple of the Nuragic civilization. After 3,000 years, it is incredibly intact, only missing its probably wooden roof, wooden door, and pebble floor. Archaeologists aren't sure what it was used for, but you can still see furniture elements within the room, like a fireplace and places to sit. Awesome, made it. Well, pretty cool. That was the last one I was gonna go to, so I'm glad I ended the trip there. But thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more. I hope everybody enjoyed checking out some of Sardinia's archaeological sites today. The island has so many, but for right now, we're heading to the coastline to some of the most stunning and beautiful beaches on the planet. Check out these other videos I made here in the Mediterranean, just south of Sardinia, in Sicily and Malta. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see everybody on the next one.